RELL SEAS just dropped some crazy news about testing, and with this information, it might mean that the game is coming really soon. Now, if you're new to this channel, you want to get some more information about Roblox games, make sure you drop a like and a sub. It's going to mean a lot to me. But without further ado, let's get into it. So about a week ago, RELL SEAS gave us some information about testing. It said throughout the months of June and July, we will be reviewing our subscription logs to recognize and reward our most loyal supporters. We'll be putting together a list of long-time recurring subscribers based on how long you've been subscribed and whether you're currently subscribed during this period. Players on this list will be granted direct access to the closed community phase of RELL SEAS as soon as we roll out. This is actually insane because a long time ago they gave us this list. I can't find it, but they gave us a picture and they gave us what they're going to be going through prior to the release of the game. And the first one was the red testing, which is what they're doing right now, or I think they're pretty much done with it because you're getting into the second one, which is closed community phase. Right after closed community phase is the release of the game. So it's going to be red testing, closed community, then open community. And open community, I'm pretty sure, is just the release of the game. Correct me if I'm wrong. As always, we thank you for support as you continue to progress through the phases of development of RELL SEAS. The list will start being made on June 1st, 2025. Now, I don't know about y'all, but to me, this sounds like pretty good news. It says throughout the months of June and July, they'll be doing a review. So my guess is that the movie will come out in July, and then we'll probably get the game anywhere between August and September. We all thought it was coming out in 2055, so it might actually drop this year. Yesterday, they also gave us some new cool sneaks and explain how they're going into one of the most important phases of testing. So over here it says we've entered ocean testing phase of RELL SEAS. This is one of the most important phases that is directly correlated to progression. We'll be spending an entire month going through all issues, successful day-to-day with the testers. So one thing I wanted to mention is that it says that this is directly correlated to progression, and I'm actually kind of curious on how you can progress under the water. Like obviously it's going to be underwater bosses, but it's like probably going to be missions there too, you never know, but it's actually pretty cool. So in this picture right here, it shows a bunch of testers. I'm pretty sure these are the red testers, and it shows them all in front of a shipwreck, and it looks pretty cool. I mean, they never really showed us that much of the ships getting damaged, and like if you look back here, it looks actually insane. Like you got flames and everything, you got like the whole mast of the ship falling off. It's pretty cool. We got a bunch of people, you know what I'm saying, different type of outfits. I actually like what I'm seeing right here. And one thing I did notice too is in the top left in the chat, this guy says there's probably no way I can take your rally. So I'm pretty sure that this is the currency of the game, that's what they're gonna call it, because in One Piece they call it belly or berries, so they're gonna call it rally, which is actually pretty cool. I know a lot of people didn't realize that, but I thought that was really something I wanted to point out. They also show a picture of this guy driving a ship. It's pretty cool too. Nothing too crazy in this one. And then we got some underwater stuff. You see some fishes, bubbles, a lot of attention to detail. I'm not gonna lie, underwater in this game looks fire. This one, you guys already seen this before. It's just a submarine and it's swimming next to like sea beasts. It actually looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. But this actually might be creepy. Like imagine you're playing late at night and then you're just going underwater looking for something, like looking for a treasure, and then you see a sea beast like right next to you. I'm gonna get scared, I'm not gonna lie. Now look at this clip right here. The lighting in this game is actually beautiful. This is how it's gonna look at nighttime when you're in the submarine. Or maybe this is how it's gonna look when it's like, you know, deep depths, like, cause you know how the seas is gonna have 7 depths. I don't know if you know that, but in RELL SEAS there's 7 depths in the ocean. So the first one is obviously like the closest to the surface, and the 7th one is like deeper and deeper, and there's like different sea beasts like that. Pretty sure it's like that in One Piece too. Also got this right here. This guy looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty drippy. Nothing too crazy. Okay, so I found the picture that I was talking about the closed community access timeline. So right here it shows the stages, and it says number 1 is the closed communities. It says limited access community that is event driven and managed by the RELL game staff team. It will in part serve as a final test before releasing the game. And an open community is community that is event driven and managed by the RELL SEAS, the RELL game staff, open to gold/silver RELL, as well as players with active subscription on Roblox, available on game release. So I'm pretty sure what this means is that the closed community is like more so for testing, and then the open community is just like a little small community that plays like the RELL brothers themselves, and it's like more of like a roleplay world. So when the game is released, the RELL SEAS team is gonna have like their own little like server basically. So it says down here, yeah, example, a limited amount of fruit can be collected, and each fruit will be tracked internally by the Marine faction as lore states. Fruits are government property. So it's basically like the One Piece world, like a role play inside, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it. With this information, we know that the game is coming really soon. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm really excited, you know what I'm saying? Everybody be saying the game is not coming out till like 2077, but listen, I trust in these RELL brothers. But yeah, with all that being said, I'm out of here, bro. Peace out.